Hello, students! For those of you absent, here is what happened in class over the past week. We had some important announcements this week, so we're going to be starting with those. Firstly, golf tryouts were a huge success a few weeks ago. Since the head coach is the English honors teacher who went missing, golf practices will be conducted by the assistant head coach, Mr. Lorensky. If you are on the golf team, please be aware that next Monday there will be a field trip to the bottomless pit. Visit Mr. Lorensky behind the school after hours for more details. He reminds students to come alone. Secondly, please be aware that a mysterious car has been parked in the teacher's parking lot. Any attempts to remove the car have been fruitless. It's a white sedan with a bumper sticker of Kanye. The license plate is HUG3D1K. If you know this vehicle, please do not hesitate to alert someone so that we may be able to remove it without any further casualties. Okay, so on Monday we started to look at and read the periodic table. Remember, each element on the periodic table contains the same information. Each contains the name of the element, the atomic symbol, the atomic mass, which is the average mass, and the atomic number, which is the number of protons. For example, carbon, atomic symbol C, atomic mass 12.011, atomic number 6. Please remember these. I've changed all your locker combinations to the atomic mass of carbon. As a side note, please remember that this past week we studied both chemical formulas and the periodic table. We continued the study on Tuesday, but this time we looked at chemical formulas. Some of the boys decided to goof off, so if you're one of them, and you know who you are, then I suggest you rethink what you've done. It's never kids like you that end up in the English honors class. Anyway, remember electrolio and protoni? No, of course you don't. Well, we had a small quiz on the show on Tuesday. Almost everyone failed because they haven't watched the show. I'm sorry to say, just no one knows quality when they see it. After the short quiz, we reviewed the periodic table again. Some of you couldn't remember the atomic number for carbon. Some of you showed up without your textbooks that day. Wednesday, we watched an episode of All My Molecules, then corrected our quizzes from Tuesday. We also touched briefly on chemical formulas and equations to get ready for Friday. Thursday, we wrapped up with a review of the elements and how the periodic table is formatted. Here's a quick refresher on the different sections of the table. Let's see, you've got alkali metals and alkaline earth metals, and those valuable transition metals, and who could forget the halogens, and lanthanide metals, actinide metals, and of course, noble gases. Have you ever heard of anything so sexy? Remember our short lessons on chemical equations and how to balance them. Friday, we continued learning these lessons. However, we had to cut it short since the school was in lockdown for the first half of the period. I first assumed it was an active shooter drill, which is scary enough, but we kept hearing roars and seeing random bursts of light shoot down the hall, and I think I smelled the library burning. Now, before you get excited, remember that science has disproved the existence of dragons. The jury is still out on drakes, however. I can't say for certain, but if Kanye really is out there somewhere, well, there's a good chance we could find Drake. I want to believe. Regardless, your homework this weekend is to please complete the balancing equations worksheet. Only the first side. We'll do the rest on Monday. Or maybe not. Probably not. Don't count on it. And study! You never know when you're gonna have a pop quiz. Should write up a quiz for Monday. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week, and please stay safe out there.